Thank you so much, Peyton. Sometimes it's good to have a checklist.
Yes.
Just you might forget things as you're going out the house.
That's right.
Always good to have that spirit as we get into the season.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Thank you, Peyton. Well, after 5 years in the works, motorists could see construction for up to 2 years starting this November as part of a large improvement project for a high traffic and congested intersection in South St. Joseph.
News Press Now's Cameron Montemayor is at the intersection of 59 Highway and Alabama Street for the latest on the project. Cameron, what can you tell us?
Yeah, and with so much of the attention recently in St. Joseph going to Interstate 229 and long-term planning on that project, another significant MoDOT project is nearing in South St. Joseph on this intersection at Alabama Street and US 59 Highway, a project meant to tackle what's widely seen as one of the trickiest intersections to navigate in St. Joseph. The intersection of US 59 Highway and Route U near Alabama Street and Lake Avenue is a vital junction for pedestrian, freight, and rail traffic in South St. Joseph. But it's also viewed by many in the area as one of the most disorganized. Southside resident Robin Ritchie takes the route daily and knows all too well how unpredictable it can be.
To navigate it, you got to be very alert, very aware of who you think's going to go and who you don't think's going to go.
And when she hears the ringing sound of the railroad crossing each day, she knows what kind of traffic jam the area is potentially in store for.
And when you've got traffic backed up at each intersection or each entry, it makes it pretty hard.
After nearly 5 years of design, planning, and right-of-way acquisitions, construction is fast approaching on an $8.3 million project to reconstruct this intersection to improve turning movements, capacity, and safety. Once a contractor is selected in October, the project can begin in November at the earliest, according to area engineer Jose Rodriguez, with exact dates to be announced from MoDOT officials later.
It's going to be over 2 years. And so then, half of it will be built at one time. So then traffic will be moved over. And then once that's done, then it'll get flipped.
He suspects the west portion of the intersection and construction of the new road could come first. But when all is said and done, he said the project will help make the area much less congested and disorganized.
It'll help the safety in that aspect. We expect it to make a huge difference.
One of the biggest changes will take place on Alabama Street from this stretch here at the gas station until Stockyards Expressway. That portion of Alabama Street will be demolished and essentially shifted down right here. A new roadway will be reconstructed that connects 59 Highway at approximately this spot right here to Route U. And that's going to allow for easier turns onto the roadway, partially because new turn lanes will be built in for drivers heading southbound and northbound. This will allow vehicles to easily continue along Highway 59 without being backed up by vehicles that are looking to turn on to Route U. And while the new layout still requires vehicles to go over the railroad crossing on Alabama Street and Route U, a vital part of constructing both of those north and southbound turn lanes is extending them far back to create a much larger stacking area for stopped vehicles than what currently exists. The project will also have an impact on area businesses. Various entrances and exits along Lake Avenue for places like Sinclair Gas Station and Taco John's will be consolidated into a single road called a frontage road. Another change will see access to 59 Highway from Eureka Street eliminated, and the north portion of the street will be connected with an adjacent alleyway to avoid creating a dead end. One of many parts in the project that residents and travelers hope altogether pays off in the long run.
Hopefully it will make the traffic flow a lot smoother, and it won't be backed up so much that you won't have semis sitting on either Lake or Alabama.
And with construction on that project slated to begin in November at the earliest, a closer look at the full design plan and specifics on how this area will look can be found on this story at newspressnow.com and on our Facebook page. Reporting live near 59 Highway, Cameron Montemayor, News Press Now.